Hey guys, this is Mr. Fayoyin. Sorry I'm not in today. My son's sick. So I have some work for us to do. And this is the presentation that is also shared with you in Google Classroom right now. But I just wanted to walk us through it just so we could see it and hear me kind of explain what we're going to be doing today. So here are a few announcements for this week. The quiz on Friday. It's on subatomic particles, ions, valence electrons, and periodic table element families. We also have homework that's due on Sunday by 8 p.m. And today, in particular, you're going to be working on these assignments. You need to work on these assignments in this order. So you need to do starter 11.15. That's in Google Classroom now. You need to finish the activity 16 in Google Classroom that we started working on yesterday, all three parts. You need to work on the Ed puzzle on Mendeleev. Is a TED Ed. Do not get it confused with the homework. That is also an Ed puzzle, okay? So, and I even labeled it. I labeled the Ed puzzle that's for homework as homework. I labeled the Ed puzzle that's due today, classwork for today. And then you're going to be beginning work on the periodic table families presentation, and I'll get into that in just a second. So just review over what is due today. And one thing I didn't mention until just now, you have your starter 11.15 due, activity 16 from yesterday. You need to get that done today. You need the Ed puzzle on Mendeleev done today, and then you're also going to have an exit ticket checkup to make sure you actually review the presentation and have watched the video so you know what's going on for the week. All right, quick review over the schedule again, and I'm going to post this on the schedule on Google Classroom as an announcement because there's a lot to do today. I'm going to make sure we're not confused about any of it. So we have the starter, 11.15. You need to make an ion, the fluoride ion, and then we have these assignments that you need to finish from yesterday, activity 16, the three parts. And then you need to work on the TED Ed puzzle, the Genius of Mendeleev's periodic table by Lucerico, which is classwork, like I said. And then you're going to begin working on the periodic table families presentation. And you will not finish this today. It's going to be due Friday, and we're going to have class time to work on it. So don't freak out if you don't get anywhere near done, because it's a lot of work to do. All right, so last time I'm reviewing again, our first work session after our starter is to read pages B22 through B29 from yesterday. Go to Google Classroom and make sure you complete the 3 activity 16 assignments. Second work session is the Ed puzzle, the Genius of Mendeleev's periodic table by Lucerico. And that is labeled as classwork for the day, and it's due today. And then once you get done with all those things, if you still have time, and you have finished up your exit ticket, which I'm going to review over in just a second, you need to move on to the periodic table families presentation. That's due Friday. And let me go over that really quickly. So this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to have to go over these 5 major families of the periodic table. You have alkali metals over here, alkaline earth metals. You got transition metals. You got halogens, and you got noble gases way over here. And this is what I want us to focus on. There's a lot more families in the periodic table, but I want us to focus on these 5. So let's go through each one of these families that you're going to be making the we'll pretty much fill out the slide over. Follows the same format. So here's my alkali metals right here. And you're going to be doing the same thing for alkaline earth metals, transition metals, halogens, noble gases. So you're going to be answering all these questions on your slide. So you need to answer it on the slide. I repeat, you need to answer the questions on the slide. It says use this link to help you answer the questions. So you're going to click the link, and that's what you're going to have for each slide. You're going to have links that'll take you to the answers. So you're going to read through and find the answers to these questions right here. In particular, it says use this link for that question. So name at least 5 elements found in this family. So for only this question, you're going to use this link. So you're going to click the link, search through the text that pulls up, or search through the periodic table and find at least 5 elements. And you're just going to move through answering all the questions. Each family, again, you're going to use the link. For this one right here is asking you for physical properties. If you don't remember what physical properties are, here's a reminder link. You can actually click on this link and it'll remind you, give you some examples of physical and chemical properties. So you can remind yourself. Same thing with chemical properties here. So you're going to click the link right here to find the chemical properties of alkali metals. And then you're also going to click this link to remind yourself of what physical and chemical properties are. And then this is going to happen for each family. So you're going to watch a video. You're going to write down what did you learn and see about alkali metals, and then based on what you have seen, do you think these elements are safe for humans to be around, and explain why. Okay, make sure you're answering complete sentences. And then you're going to pick one element from this family. Again, this is what you're going to be doing with each one of your families. And you're going to pick a picture of your chosen element here. And then you're going to describe the role of electrons in this group. Are there ions? If so, what types? Are there cations or anions? How do they fulfill the octet rule? You can use pictures or words. So you might be saying, hey, what is the octet rule, Mr. Fayoyin? Well, the octet rule is this. Pretty much the octet rule says atoms tend to gain, lose, or share one or more of their valence electrons to achieve a filled outer electron shell. So they always want 8. They always want 8 valence electrons. Atoms do. So here it is again. Atoms are the most stable. They're stable. They're not reactive, and they're happy if they have a filled or empty outer layer of electrons. Except for helium and hydrogen, a filled layer contains 8 electrons, an octet. Oct 8. Alright, atoms will gain or lose or share electrons in order to fulfill this rule, in order to have 8 valence electrons, or a filled outer shell. Electrons to make a filled or empty outer shell, like I said right here. So, I mean, this kid's looking at Mr. Atom, and Mr. Atom looks very unhappy. And the reason why he's so unhappy is because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 electrons in his outer shell. He's unfulfilled. He wants that last electron, that 8th electron, to fill his outer shell. So that is the octet rule. We'll talk more about the octet rule tomorrow. Remember, review this presentation that's posted for you in Google Classroom. Make sure you're looking in Google Classroom, fulfilling all the requirements.